Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 2 of What If Naruto Was a Badass with Godlike Abilities. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this with your friends in social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode over on Anime King 2 of What If Naruto Was a One-of-a-Kind Prodigy. And enjoy that guys. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Unmaking family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And also guys, I post a brand new episode over on Making 3 of What If Naruto Was a Perfect Experiment. So yes guys, you heard that correctly. I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post what I fun every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And let's begin this new episode. Start the intro. So the last time we left off, Naruto was trying to save Aruka's life as electricity burst from his palms, shocking Mizuki. As Naruto summoned about 100 clones afterwards and electrocuted the man to death. Him and Aruka was brought to the Hokage's office as Naruto was pissed off, as he just learned that he contained a nine-tailed fox. Why didn't the man decide to tell him that? And don't give me any bullshit about any kind of protection, because Naruto life hasn't been really safe in this village all that well. As Hiruzen tried his best to explain to Naruto, sure enough Naruto asked for a training ground to test these new surgeon abilities. As Hiruzen told Mafon as Naruto made his way out there, that is where he met Anko. As Anko realized that the boy was out here in this dangerous place, she sent her snake after him to scare him to go home, but he incinerated the snake with lightning. As Anko was impressed, as she took him as a little plushie toy after defeating him. As Naruto woke up in Uncle's bed, she had brought him here so that he wouldn't get killed in the forest of death, as he didn't exactly know where the hell he was, and it was rather dangerous out there. But he said that he would help her with her curse mark after seeing it. As he spoke to her so kindly and different from anyone else in the village, it touched her heart. As Uncle was a bit taken aback. The boy personality seemed to have copied off of hers as they spent time together training, as Uncle decided to become his sensei for the time being, as she helped him. Hiruzen did not expect Naruto to progress that quickly, as Naruto met Kurenai, as he got Asuma all jealous because of the way he was treating Kurenai, even though Kurenai liked to smack the crap out of him because he was being a pervert, but still. As Hiruzen was rather shocked when he saw that Naruto was getting greater advance in his storm release than he thought, as Naruto went to the academy with a buzz. By creating lightning sparks all over the village became dark with dark clouds as he appeared in the classroom with a flash of lightning. As Naruto had turned a badass basically, he didn't take crap from anyone it seems, given the fact that he kicked Kiba right in the face after he tried to talk up to him. The team selections went by and Naruto was confused because his name was not calling any of them. As Anko came in the room and told him that she would be his sensei, she told him to also run because Kurenai was coming after him, after what he had did. As Naruto ran away with Anko, Anko gave him a task to catch her in the forest of death, as Naruto went and overdid it, as he discharged a massive amount of lightning in the area, not to mention with slamming Anko with a massive pool of water, and she was knocked out cold. Yeah, he really overdid it. So yeah guys, that's basically as what I thought. You guys can switch across the play sector for yourself. So this will begin this new episode. Let's get straight into it. We begin this new episode at the hospital. Uncle-chan, I said I was sorry. Can you please send your snake away? You're not even supposed to be moving right now, said Naruto, as he was wrapped up with snakes that went all the way up to his neck. No, you got me all wet. Not even the good kind. Not to mention you messed up my favorite trench coat with your stupid storm release circuit, said Uncle, waving around her bandaged arm in a rather childish manner. If you send away all your snakes, I'll take you out on a date and buy you whatever you like, said Naruto. The snakes poofed away. Now, Naruto-kun, she said. You know what I will do if you break your promise. Oh, that's a promise of a lifetime. I won't break it, said Naruto. Well then, tomorrow, when I get out of the hospital, I would like to go somewhere in the red light district, where they all worship you. Even the Yakuza, said Uncle. Well, do you have a specific place in mind you like to go, said Naruto. I heard about this new restaurant that just opened up, the Raging Fox. Can you get us in there, she asked. Speaking of fox, where's that fox that you had during the test? Oh, her name is Katsumi. She's probably back at my apartment sleeping, said Naruto with a laugh. Back at the apartment, Katsumi was in nothing but one of Naruto's big shirts and red socks as she slid across the apartment with a makeshift microphone as she was singing to herself. Back at the hospital. Yeah, she's probably just lazy on her own, said Naruto. But don't worry about that, Uncle-chan, he said. I'll set everything up and get some more training in. Oh, and remember, you also have to go to the Hokage meeting later on. As Naruto leaned forward and kissed her right in the forehead. Now get better, okay? He said with a smile. A rather charming one at that. As Uncle watched him as he jumped through the window and flew off. Man, I really think I'm starting to fall for a blushicon, she thought, as a small blush came in her face, before it was replaced with anger. As she thought about the meeting that Hokage was going to call all the Jonin senseis for, she's going to lose so much face when they realize that he beat her, as she shook her head in disappointment. Meanwhile, as Naruto landed, as he slowly made his way as he saw the looks from the adults, who were still looking at him with venom in their eyes. As for some of the ninjas, they gave him a nod of respect. As he nodded back, the kids were looking at him with awe. Well, he could fly, and that seemed amazing to them. Well, it was amazing. A ball landed right in front of him. As he stopped and picked it up, as 5 kids appeared in front of him. A brown-haired girl stepped forward. Hey, you're the guy that can fly, she said. Yep, that's me, said Naruto. Hey, can you take us flying, one of them asked, as the girl nodded. As they all gave him the puppy dog eyes. It was too much to resist. Fine, he said, but you all have to ask your parents first. The kids all run off. Hey mom, can we go flying with that guy? They asked. The parents looked over towards Naruto, who was just standing there. They looked back towards the kids who have been obsessed with wanting to go flying ever since they saw him. Fine. But nothing better happened to our kids, or you're gonna get it. As Naruto rolled his eyes at the small threat. Don't worry, I'm a professional, he said. As the kids ran over, stars in their eyes. As Naruto held his hand together, Shadow Clone Jutsu, he said. The clones looked towards the kids, alright? Get on. The parents watched over to the side. Most of these people down here did not hate Naruto, as many of them respected him. But some of them on the other hand, like these parents, were just neutral. But seeing how much fun their kids were having, and how nice he was being, maybe he wasn't such of a bad guy. Time skip. As Naruto was making his way to get some training done, after he just made the reservations, he then saw 2 people on their own. They were wearing green spandex. They have rather large eyebrows. They were fast, incredibly so. As Naruto ran after them, it seems that they need another training partner. As the first older man turned, hello, our youthful friend. How can we help you today? Do you wish to bask with us in the springtime of youth, the younger one said, as they were still running. Naruto blinked. What's youth and springtime, he said. The both of them paused as Naruto stopped as well. They looked at him with nothing but horror and shock on their faces. Lee, the older man snapped his head toward the student. This is an emergency. We need to let our fellow comrade understand the joys of youth. Fires were burning in both of Lee's eyes. Yes, Kai Sensei, he said. The springtime of your youth is when you train to better yourself in any way possible. You put in the effort to accomplish your goal. By any way, blood, sweat, and tears. It's about drive, it's about power. Put in the work and you put in the hours, said my guy. As Lee was writing it all down on a notepad. As Naruto nodded with understanding. Well then, said Naruto, can I join you on your youthful training? I really want to feel a burn today. Both men started to cry youthful tears. Of course you can, the both of them said. "What's your name, my fellow youthful friend?" said Guy. "Naruto Uzumaki," said Naruto. "Well, Naruto-kun, let us get to it. By running 100 laps around the village, then 500 push-ups, then 500 sit-ups, then climbing the Hokage's monument with our bare hands and feet. With boulders on our back, then we have an all-out spar." As Naruto lose a bit of color at hearing all of that, but it was replaced with nothing but determination. As Guy and Lee burn with nothing but their overwhelming youth. Time skip. The Jonin senseis were at the tower. As they saw Guy and Lee, and Naruto keeping up with them. Everyone was shocked after all. Those two were monsters. And yet, there was Naruto keeping up with them. That was rather surprising. Not to mention they saw him earlier flying, kids on his back. What is that kid made of? Not only is he working out with those two, but he's also flying kids on his back. "I can't even do that with my wind manipulation," said Asuma. Kakashi arrived at that very moment. "Kakashi, you're late," Hiruzen said. "Sorry I'm late, Hokage-sama. I saw kids flying in the sky. So I stayed in because I thought the world was ending," said Kakashi. "Listen here, Kakashi. I let your laziness slide for far too long. You're a grown man, and you need to get your shit together. When I call you, I don't want to hear your lame excuses. Understood?" "Yes, Hokage-sama," said Kakashi. "Alright, let's get to it, shall we?" said Hiruzen. Leaders of Team 1 to 6, all of their teams failed their tests. As Hiruzen turned towards Kakashi for Team 7, pass. Everyone was shocked. "Explain," Hiruzen said. "Well, Sasuke Uchiha is worthy of his title of Rookie of the Year. Kurone and Anko snorted at that. Anyway, he shot a fireball at me to cover Sakura Haruno, who attacked me from the left, while the civilian ninja attacked me from the right with a weapon. It obviously did not work and did not get the bell. But because of their teamwork, I passed them. Good." "Team 8, said Hiruzen as he turned towards Kurone. "I gave my team a tracking test, and I told them to find me. They worked together with Shino Bugs, Kiba Nose, and Hinata Byakugan. They were able to find me. Well, it seems that we have a future tracking team. Team 10, report." As Hiruzen looked toward his son Asuma. "I told my team they had to keep me still, and they were able to use perfect teamwork to keep me still for 5 seconds. So I passed them," Asuma said. As Hiruzen nodded in approval, he then turned towards Anko. "Now, Anko, can you tell me how you ended up in the hospital? And why you were injured?" asked Hiruzen, as he had an idea. "Well, you see, I kind of," as she mumbled the last part. "Oh, sorry, Anko, but we didn't hear that. Would you mind speaking up?" said Kurone, as she had a grin on her face, finally, able to tease her friend, like she always teased her. "I said I got beaten up, okay? Happy now?" Uncle said, as she blushed in embarrassment. That damn brat. Look how much embarrassment he was putting her through. "Uncle, are you telling me that your student sent you to the hospital?" said Kakashi. "You guys weren't there. He phoned me and started to shoot wind blades and water blades at me. Then when I thought I could get away, he used a jutsu call, Storm Release Circuit, on me, and released 18 beams. And I got hit in the legs and arms and shoulder," Uncle said, as she tried to hide her face. "Not to mention I tried to hit him from his blind spot. He created arms of lightning to try to grab me." "Wow," said Asuma. "Now I see why you put him on a solo team. Because it wouldn't be fair for the others. After all, he was just a genin, and yet here he was, doing these amazing things," as Asuma felt a bit jealous. "Is there anything else you'd like to give, Uncle?" asked Hiruzen. "Yes, he knocked me out using water release, water shockwave. He released a massive tidal wave that flattened fully grown trees, and I got knocked out while I was tossed in it. He's excelling so fast." Hiruzen thought to himself, maybe I should give him the second exercise of the second Hokage to advance his water manipulation, he thought. As that would be good for Naruto, yes. "Okay then everyone, you may go home. Uncle, go get some rest. Looks like you need," Hiruzen said. Everyone made their way, as Kakashi, Kurone, and Asuma and Anko stuck together, as it seems like they had some questions. "How can I help you?" Kurone asked as she looked towards Asuma. "Well, I was wondering if you would like to go on a date with me," said Asuma. Kurone was shocked, because she was known as the Ice Queen within Konoha, and everyone knew that she hated perverts, and Asuma was a decent guy, but the way he looked at her, it made her compare the way Naruto looked at her. with that playfulness in his eyes, and like she was a really stunning, wonderful woman. But the way Asuma looked at her, it was different. It was... Sorry, Asuma. I don't want to go on a date with you. I don't see you that way, said Kurenai with a weak smile. Uncle overheard that she seemed to be happy about this. Oh, okay. Maybe another time. He body flicked her away, as Kakashi was reading his orange book. And what do you want? Asked Uncle, giving Kakashi a heated glare. No, there's no need to be like that. I just want to know if you can tell me more about your student. And why would I give up information about him like that? Uncle said, as he simply gave her a soft-eyed smile. Well, you should know more than anyone else. Information is key to a ninja. If you want to know more, ask him yourself. After all, I doubt you want to spill all of his secrets. Fine, he said, as he vanished away. Now that you're gone, Naichan, I think I should tell you. I'm gonna go on a date with Naruto. Wait, what? Kurenai paused in shock. Yeah, tomorrow. And it's gonna be perfect. It's in the red light district, and they love him there. Oh, okay. I hope you have fun, said Kurenai as she turned away. Come on, Naichan. Stop acting that way. Because I can see through your facade. You like him. All of his teasing is getting to you, isn't it? And well, I wouldn't mind sharing with you, Uncle said. Really? You would? Kurenai said, her face completely red. Of course. Ain't that right, Naruto-kun? Asked Uncle, as Kurenai spun around. Uncle burst out laughing because no one was there. Oh, so that's funny, huh? Said Kurenai. Well then, why don't I give you a joke? As she went through hand sign. As Uncle realized what she was doing and ran. She ran for her life as Kurenai chased after her. The next morning, as Naruto was running laps around the village, he was wearing black unblue pants and black sandals, no shirt, as sweat was glistening off of his chest. Beside him was Uncle, as she was wearing a sports bra and black pants. As the both of them were running around the village. Hey Uncle Sensei, we have 50 more laps to go, and I'm gonna be increasing my speed now. Think you can keep up? Said Naruto. Naruto-kun, I was doing this before you could even walk. The question is, do you think you can keep up with me? As she ran off, her speed increasing. But then something flashed past her. Get back here, kid, said Uncle. She chased after him until she was joined by someone. Hello, my youthful comrades. Let us bask in the springtime of our youth. As Guy and Lee appeared as a green duo, then run past Naruto and Uncle. As Naruto increased his speed, moving past them, losers. Has to do 50 more laps, he said. Lee's eyes start to burn. Naruto, my eternal rival, I shall not lose. As the people could only see a blur. As time passed, it's the last lap, Uncle Chan, said Naruto. Let's get going. You go on, kid, Uncle said. But Naruto looked towards her. I leave no man behind. As he picked her up, Uncle yeeped in surprise before she whacked him over the head. Warn me next time, kid. Sorry, said Naruto. Hey, a compliment. You have a really nice ass. Uncle whacked him over the head again. Just run, you pervert, she said, with a small blush on her face. Guy picked up Rock Lee, as he could not keep up anymore. Naruto is right. Our springtime of youth shall win this together, Lee. The two racers are neck and neck as they saw the finish line. A small crowd had gathered and they were cheering them on as the both of them passed the finish line before they collapsed. The both of them snapped their head up rather quickly. Who won? It's a tie, said Genma, as he flicked the Senbon in his mouth. As Naruto fully picked himself up, Guy jumped up to his feet, still energized. Good race, Guy Sensei, said Naruto. We really bathed in the springtime of youth this morning. Yes, Naruto-kun, and we shall have our rematch. As Naruto looked down towards Uncle before picking her up, as she was unconscious. See you guys later, he said, as he made his way off with her. Later that day. Huh, I never thought I would see you nervous. I mean, the both of you hang out every time, right? Said Yujiro. Yujiro Uzuki, one of Uncle's close friends. Yeah, you guys have been having a lot of good time around the village lately, said Hana Inazaka, another one of Uncle's close friends. You look fine, Uncle, with that dress. Suits you perfectly, said Kurenai, as Uncle was in a purple dress, with a split on her left leg, giving off a good show. It was held up by two straps that lay on her shoulders. Her hair was down, and it hung down her shoulders towards the breast area. Are you guys sure? Maybe I should. She was cut off and there was a knock at her door. All the girls quiet down, They shoved her right towards the door to open it. As Naruto was standing there in a white button-up, with an orange tie, and black pants, and black shoes, as Katsume helped him pick out the clothing. "Wow, Uncle-chan," said Naruto. "You look beautiful. I think I can die in peace now." "Thank you, Naruto-kan," Uncle said. "You look handsome as well." As Naruto took her hand and kissed it. "Shall we go, Haim?" he said. "Hey, mister, I want her back by 10. And keep your hands to yourself," said Kurenai. As Naruto looked towards her with a deadpan face before reaching out, as he groped Uncle's butt, before pulling her along, as Kurenai's eye twitched. "I swear, I'm gonna kill him one day." On the other hand, Hana was watching Naruto leave, as the Inuzukas were known for their, well, typical traditions, like alpha, and Hana could sense it leaking from Naruto. He was an alpha indeed, an alpha male. Meanwhile, on the street, as the two walked, everyone glanced towards him as he walked past. As they got to the restaurant, as they were escorted towards their wonderful view, things were not awkward at all. Things were actually amazing, fun, nice. As the both of them talked, they sat and talked, they joked, they laughed. Yes, it was fun. And they eat. Before he brought her to her house. Indeed, her house was in the forest of death. This was an amazing night. I hope we can do this again some other time, said Naruto. As Uncle was, well, she was in bliss right now because tonight was perfect. She didn't expect it to be so wonderful, but it was. Yes, Naruto-kan. But I also think that you should take Kurenai as well. She would like one, but she would be too afraid to say it, said Uncle. Well, it seems that we're here and just in time. Before anything bad could happen to me, said Naruto. As he noticed the three girls were still there, he turned towards Uncle with a smirk. As he pulled her down, as Uncle was not ready for it. But the both of them shared a kiss. As Hana saw it once again, the dominant nature about him. Nothing but dominance, as he dominated the kiss. The three girls actually looked towards the scene, as their face got a bit heated at the contact between the two of them, forced them to turn their heads. Well, Uncle-chan, said Naruto as he broke the kiss. He gave her a small wink, before flickering away. As Naruto got home, as he saw Katsume as she was sleeping on the bed. As he got into bed as well. Naruto-kan, she said, in her sleep. He gave her a kiss on the forehead. Good night, Katsume-chan, he said. Time skip. 2 months later. It's been 2 months since Naruto's been put in a team with Uncle. Speaking of Uncle, not even the villagers' insults could put her down. She has never been so happy in her life. Naruto had went to the Hokage, and the man had given him some scrolls to help him better his water control, and he has just gotten more and more stronger. Naruto also got Hiruzen to agree to make an armor for him, like the second Hokage, but without the fur, as he told him the secrets of beating paperwork. It was pretty easy actually. Shadow clones. At the moment though, the both of them were flying towards Hokage's office, as Hiruzen had called for them. After doing months of D-rank missions, well, it was getting boring. Now Uncle was gonna spice it up and give them a C rank after all. Naruto was more than ready, but given the fact that he was busy with his training. But now, it was time for some experience. At the Hokage's office, Team 11, ready for action, said Uncle. I have a mission for you guys. It's an A-rank mission to help back up Team 7, who was requested aid in the land of Wave. They ran into Zabuza and Demon Brothers, but those two have been dealt with by the Genin team. But they say Zabuza also have an accomplice. I want you guys to go and help Team 7. Yes, Lord Old Man, said Naruto. As Hiruzen shook his head. Yes, Hokage-sama, said Uncle. Oh, and Naruto, your special order has finally arrived. As Naruto received a scroll as Hiruzen tossed it. As Naruto smiled at that. Alright, I can test it out on this mission as well. As he unsealed the armor, a blue battle armor similar to the one of the second Hokage. Alright, Uncle Sensei, let's go. Bye-bye, Kitty-chan, said Naruto. As the female envoy in the corner glared at him. Over the past 2 months he had been having sword training. She was one of the best Kinjutsu members within Konoha, and he was proving himself to be quite a dangerous foe, as she enjoyed sparring with him. At the gates. Alright, Naruto-kun, you ready? Asked Uncle. Yep, said Naruto. Me and Katsume-chan are ready, he said. As Katsume looked like the fur that was around his neck. Time skip. The group was making their way. If we keep at this pace, we can be there. By the end of the day, Naruto-kun, said Uncle. Okay, Uncle Sensei, said Naruto. As something happened, forcing the two to jump away. The both of them came to a stop as a single ninja stood there. Well, look what we have here. Two tree huggers. Just a bit away from home. A man stood there. He wore a leaf headband that was crossed out. He was a traitor of the Hidden Leaf Village. This man was Aoi Rukisho. He stole the legendary Raijin blade that belongs to Second Hokage, a very dear treasure of the Hidden Leaf. Uncle, is that you? Huh, the man laughed. So they let the snake whore out of her cage, huh? Shut your mouth, you traitor. What are you even doing here? Don't tell me that you're working with Zabuza. Well, yeah. He told me to cover his back just in case they call for a backup. And boy was he right. But I didn't think that they would be sending you after us. Why don't you join me? I mean, I could become your new master. As he gave her a gaze that scoped up her entire body. As he laughed, Aoi then felt something strange. It felt like he was gonna die at any moment. As he wondered where the hell this feeling came from, he turned his gaze towards her little apprentice, who hadn't said a word yet. I've heard enough from that mouth of yours. I think I'm gonna shut it permanently, said Naruto, as he pulled his moonlight sword out of his sheath. It has been decided. You will be the first to die by my blade. Aoi reached towards the Raijin blade, but his hand was shaking a bit. What the hell's going on, he thought. He pulled the blade and pulled the Raijin. You can't beat me. I'm invincible. With the Raijin on my side, he said. Once I kill you, I'll take the bitch over there as hostage, said Aoi, trying to regain some of his confidence, even though he was shaken. As Naruto's eyes turned murderous, the ground started to be ripped apart. As the blade was conducting so much wind chakra, it was tearing in the earth. As Naruto raised his blade, as he raised it up in the air, Aoi scoffed at that. Die, said Naruto as he moved. He swung the blade. Aoi jumped out of the way. But then he felt something tearing into his chest. He looked down as the wind blade ripped through him along with half of the forest behind him. As Uncle stood there shocked, looking at the destruction that Naruto had caused. 2 months of training, she knew that he would get stronger, but to this degree, it was just shocking. As Naruto stepped towards and wrapped one arm around her, he pulled her into a fierce kiss that literally took her breath away. No one will touch you, he said. You're mine. Oh, okay, Naruto-kun, she said. As Naruto slowly made his way and picked up the Raijin blade, as he looked at Aoi, it was split with wide eyes. As Naruto then threw up, as he threw up on the body, as he stood there, what the hell? Why am I acting like this? He's not my first kill, he said in a shaking voice. Uncle walked over towards him. It's because when you killed Mizuki, you had so much to focus on, you didn't have time to think about what you had just did. And you didn't leave anything but ashes of that guy remaining. Cheer up, she said. This is something you're gonna have to get used to. It's alright, Naruto-kun. We're here to help you, said Katsumi. Yeah, what that little fox just said. We're here to... As Uncle turned towards the fox. Wait, did the fox just talk? As Naruto's sweat dropped at that. Oh, yeah, he said. Naruto-kun, what's going on, said Uncle. How can the fox talk? Oh, did I not tell you, said Naruto, that this is the Kyuubi? Her real name is Katsumi-chan. As Naruto smiled nervously. Wait, said Uncle. You mean to tell me for the past couple of months, all this time, the fox on your shoulder was a fox that attacked the village 19 years ago, she said. Yep. Uncle punched him over the head. You idiot, why didn't you tell me? And how do you know that she can be trusted? Let me explain, said Naruto. The attack was not her fault. She was being forced to do that under a genjutsu. She's a really nice person. Although she can be a bit bossy at times, she's really nice, I promise. Yes, he's right. For that night, I was not myself. And for that, I apologize. Wait, the Kyuubi is a woman? Uncle smiled at that. Take that, all you sexist pigs, she said. Kurina would love to hear this. So you were being controlled, huh? Uncle said. As the fox simply gave her a nod. Well then, I suppose it wasn't really your fault if you were being controlled. And if Naruto-kun here believes you. Thank you, Uncle-chan. Time skip. At Tazunan's house, Sakura and Sasuke were looking over the makeshift grave for their teammate that died. He was not able to duck under the sword quickly enough. The sword from Zabuza had killed him. His death did not seem to trouble Sasuke that much. On the other hand, Sakura was crying. Their sensei was recovering, up in the house, in one of the spare rooms. Come on, Sakura, we have to go. We cannot be out here forever. But Sasuke-kun, don't you feel sad about your teammate? Asked Sakura, as she looked up towards him with tears in her eyes. No, I don't. This is what happened in your week. So you better step up, or you will end up like him. There was shock on her face. Would you be sad if I died, Sasuke-kun, she said, asking hopefully. No, as he walked away, leaving her to cry alone. After a moment, she picked herself up and walked back to the house, as he had to welcome the team that were gonna back them up, because they need all the help they can get. Sakura was evaluating her life right there and then. Maybe Sasuke-kun was correct, and I need to take my training seriously, she thought. Her mind then switched over to fangirl mode. Maybe after that he will fall in love with me, and I can help him rebuild his clan. The thought of what they had to do that was getting to her as her nose started to bleed from the images that were popping in her head. Until inner Sakura spoke up. You should leave that asshole alone and focus on Naruto-kun. Have you seen how handsome he has gotten over the past 2 months? No, said Sakura as she cursed herself. I have to admit he has gotten a bit more attractive over the past 2 months. But have you seen him holding a hand to that purple woman? He doesn't want to be with us anymore. Yes, you're right. But at least be friends with him. He's gotten really strong. Maybe he can help you with your training, and we can at least be something. Yeah, I think you're right. I'll apologize to him for all the things I did in the past. As Sasuke looked towards this crazy girl, it was making strange faces to herself. Time skip. An hour later. Finally. It's like we've been running forever. So annoying. As Naruto blinked in confusion. What the hell are you complaining about? You've been on my shoulder the entire time. But I still had to deal with you jumping from tree to tree. Why did you even do that when you can fly? Asked Katsumi. Well, I must say it slipped my mind. I forgot about it, said Naruto. Anko and Katsumi slapped him over the head as he got hit by a tail and by an arm. Naruto-kun sometimes can be as smart as an aura, and sometimes as dumb as a bag of rocks. Come on, Katsumi-chan, let's leave him here. As a fox jumped on her shoulder. Wait, how can you leave me out to dry like this, said Naruto, as he cried waterfall tears. She extended one of her tails and started to drag him, as Naruto allowed himself to be dragged. They arrive at the door as they knock. Knock knock, Anko said. Knock knock, as she knocked it once again. As Naruto blinked. Why do you say knock knock while hitting the door? Because it's fun, Anko said. Come in, said the voice. As the door slightly opened, a woman with long black hair could be seen peeking her head out. Hello, how may I help you, she said. As she tried to put on a kind smile, but she was nervous. We're here to back up Team 7. We're Team 11. My name is Anko Minarashi, and this is my student, Naruto Uzumaki. As Anko was whacked in the head by Katsumi with her tail. Oh yeah, and this is Katsumi-chan, our team mascot. Katsumi bit Anko in the ear, as she didn't like that comment. Tsunami. Sigh in relief. It was the help. Thank you guys so much for coming all the way, she said. The first team that came here already lost a teammate on the way, and it is really affecting the pinker girl, named Sakura. I'm grateful that you guys came all the way out here to help us. Oh, it's quite alright. Wow, I didn't think I would be losing classmates so fast. As Naruto glanced towards Anko. I won't let anything happen to you, he thought. Katsumi-chan. Naruto called Katsumi using your mind link. Yes, Naruto-kun, she replied. Is it okay if we practice how to use some of your chakras, said Naruto. This caught her off guard because he has never asked to use any of her power. Okay, Naruto-kun, we can start training with it. But trust me, you're already ridiculously strong, I doubt many people can match you so far. As Naruto smiled, thanks. You're the best, he said. She blushed as she turned her head so he wouldn't see. As he laughed at that. The group was late inside, as Nami told them that she was just about to cook. Great, said Naruto. With all the run that we did to get here, I'm really hungry. Well, great, but before that, can one of you accompany me to the market, she said. I would like some help. Oh, it will be my pleasure, said Naruto, to accompany such a lovely lady to the market. As Tsunami blushed a bit at that. Oh, thank you, she said. What the hell? What are you doing here, dead lass? We don't need help from you. As Naruto chuckled a bit, confused in Sasuke. Seems like you don't remember what I said in the class about what I'm gonna do to people who call me dead lass. Bam! Sasuke was sent sailing across the room with an imprint of Naruto's feet in his face. Naruto! Sakura paused. As Naruto looked towards her, expecting her to yell or say something. But she walked up to him and gave him a weak punch on the armor. Oh, ouch, said Naruto. Can we talk later, she said. I want to ask you something. As he saw nothing but sadness on her face. Okay, said Naruto. Go ahead and wake up your stupid sensei. Tell him that me and the lovely Tsunami-san are going to the market. As Tsunami blushed once again as she turned her head. Father, I'm going to the market, one of the ninjas. Okay, be safe. Oh, and remember, pick up some alcohol. A voice said from the backyard. Bye, Mom, be safe. There was another small voice as a little boy with a bucket hat ran in the room and hugged his mother. He then turned towards Naruto and snorted before running away. Sorry about my son, said Tsunami. He's having a tough time right now. Don't sweat it, said Naruto. Come on, let's go. Be careful, you two, said Uncle. Time skip. Wow, said Naruto. How long has this been going on now? As Naruto looked around him to see all the people in the bad conditions. It was bad, really bad. It reminded him of his younger days, where he had to adopt this persona of his, to act like it didn't bother him, but it did. But this was bad people walking. Clothes were barely hanging off of them. It's been like this for over 2 years now, and it's only getting worse because of that damn Gato, she said with anger in her tone, as she didn't like how her country was suffering because of some idiot. He let his guard down, signaled the people were looking, until someone ran past him. As Naruto packed himself down, his wallet was gone. As he saw the small child run away, as Naruto greeted a clone. He's gonna watch over you. That kid just stole my wallet. Okay, just please don't hurt the children. As he nodded and ran after the kid. As Naruto paused when he saw the small child, a black-haired girl. She looked to be around 6, 7, around that age. She was really small. She was giving his money away to the kids, as she told him to go and buy food. He watched her as she tossed away his wallet into the rubbish, as she then ran under a box. He slowly made his way towards her. A short, small girl, light skin and purple eyes. Her hair was black, several strands that reached to the bottom of her neck. One bang that came down the middle of her face, going down to her chin. As she saw him, she jumped up in shock, as she went up in a makeshift fighting style, one that she seemed to have created. As Naruto saw that she was ready to fight, but it made him think this was not the first time. He noticed a bruise on her body. Hello there, do you remember me, said Naruto. Well, you just robbed me and gave all my money away. As he got on one knee, as he got eye to eye with her. Yes, I do, she said. Go ahead, do what you have to do. Why did you take my money? It was for a good cause, she said. As Naruto smiled, he then chuckled. He remembers saying the same thing to Panda-chan when he stole the food at the orphanage, as he hoped that she was doing well. Don't worry, said Naruto as he saw that she was still ready to fight. I had a friend once, when I was younger. I stole food for her, and I told her the same thing. It was for a good cause, said Naruto. The girl looked at him confused as he sat down. Wait, are you saying that you also live on the street, she said. Yep, used to, said Naruto. But that headband, I know that village. It's a hidden leaf, right? They are said to be the strongest village. So you must have lived a good, comfy life. You're probably lying, she said, that glare. He shook his head. That's what they say when people visit, and when they go towards a rich part of the village, and talk about the will of fire, and all the mighty heroes that had fought for the village. Truth is that fire is slowly dying out, and being corrupted. But that's why I'm here, to fight for that village, and make sure that fire never get extinguished, to prevent people from suffering, and make them happy. Why are you telling me this, she said. Because I was like you once. I too had to fight for my life, and I started stealing and giving what I could to those who need it more than me, all while getting nothing in return, said Naruto. But it was necessary. Hey, what's your name? As he gave her a smile. Rukia, she said. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. He held out his hand. She slowly reached and took his hand, as the both of them shook hands. She trembled a bit, as Naruto noticed her clothes were torn up really badly. He moved forward and picked her up. "Hey, what are you doing?" But she was already on top of his shoulders. "I'm gonna take you shopping," said Naruto. "You're cool, right? We can't leave you in those rags forever," he said. She blinked in confusion, but "I gave all your money away," she said sadly. "Oh, don't worry about that. I keep extra money in a seal," said Naruto, as he unsealed the seal on his wrist. "Whoa. How did you do that?" she said in surprise. "Oh, it's seals," said Naruto. "Seals are art ninja used to do battle with, or in most cases, seal things away, which I use to seal my extra money away," said Naruto. "Wow. Are you good at using seals?" Well, I'm really getting into it," said Naruto. "You think you can teach me?" she asked, a bit shyly. "Of course I can teach you," said Naruto. "Do you have good handwriting?" he asked. "No, I can only read. I don't know how to write," she said. "Don't worry, I'll teach you," said Naruto. "Now, what kind of clothes do you want to wear, Rukia-chan?" said Naruto. As she paused, as she seemed afraid to answer. "Go on, pick something," he said. A kimono? I always like one of those." "Well then, a kimono it is." As Naruto brought her to one of the stores, as he saw the poor condition it was in. "Okay, Rukia-chan," said Naruto. "Go find something that you want." The storekeeper looked towards Naruto. "You know, sir," he said, "it's really wonderful what you're doing for that girl. She's always stealing from Gato's man, and giving away the food to the people of Wave, the kids, and never eating enough for herself. And whenever she get caught, she always bears it all for the people," the man said sadly. As Naruto clenched his fist to hear that, he gotta find this Gato and end him. "Hey Naruto, how about this one?" As she was wearing a purple kimono with white flakes on it, a navy blue obi that wrapped around her waist with white slip-on sandals. "You look like a little snow princess," said Naruto with a smile. Her smile was so wide and bright. As Naruto walked towards the cashier, he paid for it, and also gave the man a bit extra, as the man nodded in appreciation. "Okay, let's get you something to eat." "Eat? What are we gonna eat, Naruto?" she said, in the most cutest way possible. "Well, I'm here on a mission, and this nice lady, Tsunami, is gonna cook for us," said Naruto. "A mission?" she asked. "Yep, the leader of your village gave my team a mission to come out here, and I'm gonna go back when it's done," said Naruto. A small frown came on her face when she overheard his last statement. "Hey, you want to see a cool trick?" said Naruto. "Sure," she said, as Naruto jumped on one of the roofs. She looked down, a bit fearful. What are you gonna do?" she said. "I can fly." "You can fly? But that's impossible. I mean," she screamed as Naruto took off. Time skip. Tazuna's house. "Hello everyone, I'm back," said Tsunami. "Finally. Can you get started on dinner now? I'm really hungry," said Tazuna. "Hey, where's Naruto?" said Kakashi. "Someone stole his wallet. He left a clone with me to protect me the entire time. It poofed away once I got back though." "Well, I hope he hurries up. It's getting dark outside," said Uncle, a bit worried. "Come on now, I'm sure your little boyfriend can take care of himself. He's a big boy," said Kakashi. Kakashi had to dodge a snake that tried to bite him. Everyone heard screaming. As they quickly made their way outside, the screaming started to turn into laughter. The family, Team 7 and Uncle, saw Naruto flipping and flying about with a girl that was clinging onto his back. As Naruto finally came down, as Rukia was panicking, her hair was all over the place. She punched him over the head. "Why would you do that?" she said. "You were going too fast." As Naruto laughed. "You okay?" he asked. "Yeah, I'm fine. But it was amazing, right?" Well, it was kind of good," she said. "I mean, I never knew that people could fly. But you're so amazing." "Naruto." As Naruto turned his head. "Ah, Uncle-chan. Katsumi-chan," he said. "Everyone okay?" Uncle came and placed a kiss right on his lips. "Everyone's fine." "Ew. Why did you put your lips on his?" "It's called a kiss," said Naruto. "You do it to people that you love." As everyone was watching the scene in confusion, as Inir wondered if he was going crazy or something. But was he just flying? Later that night, all of them were eating dinner. As Naruto had caught some extra fish, so there was a lot. As Naruto seemed to have adopted a small child, given the fact that she was currently in his lap as she was eating a fish. As Katsumi was on top of his head, as Uncle looked towards Naruto with a smile, he would be a real good father. As Iniere was scowling the entire time. Okay guys, say Kakashi, I have some important things to say about our mission. Zabuza is still alive. He did not die as we thought. That Hunter Nin is in fact helping him. As Team 7 gasped, along with Tazuna and others. Well, good thing you guys called us, otherwise you guys would be in a whole lot of trouble right now, said Naruto. We don't need you, dead lass. Sasuke covered his mouth. As he even scoffed at the action that he was actually covering his mouth. As Naruto grinned evilly. Don't worry, I can't get you right now. Sasuke scoffed. Like I would be afraid of. BAM! A clone kicked him right in the face. Sakura walked over to him. Sasuke-kun, are you okay? Leave me alone, he said, as he pushed her away. I'm going to bed, as he walked off, going upstairs. As Naruto looked towards Rukia. You finished, he said. As she gave him a nod. Well then, I think we all should go to bed, he said. Tsunami-chan, dinner was amazing, said Naruto. Thank you. Is there a place that we can sleep? As she gave him a nod and told him to follow her. As Kakashi was looking at the fox on Naruto's head. Nah, it can't be, Kakashi thought. As Naruto made his way upstairs, he placed Rukia in the futon. Before he could go away, she grabbed his leg, as she hugged it tightly. As she made him lean down, before she hugged him tightly, draping over his neck. Thank you, she whispered in his ear. As Naruto simply stroked her hair before placing her back in the futon. Uncle was outside. You're so wonderful to that girl. As she looked at Naruto. Almost like her father. But you do know that we can't stay here forever, right? I know, said Naruto. But I'm gonna bring her back. What? Yeah. I'm gonna bring her with me. I'm gonna adopt her, said Naruto. You're really gonna adopt her? Before Naruto could say anything else, the door was swung open. Really? As Rukia stood there. As Naruto turned towards her. Yeah. If you like. I would like you to come with me, said Naruto. Back home. And become my daughter. As Rukia rushed over to him. So, you would be my father? She said. As Naruto gave her a nod. She jumped into his arms. I would love that so much, she said. Uncle blinked at the new turn of events. Well, she did say that he would be a great father, but she never knew that he would be a father so soon. But guys, if you end subscribe right here. If you want the next person, do like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on that bell notification, say posted, but I'm off and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.